Good morning. It's time for me to start disassembling this bicycle. So first we'll remove this wheel. It just takes a 15 millimeter and I get to use my new tool today. I have it attached, impact driver. I have it attached with this this fitting so I can put the socket on and then attach it into the driver. Well, I guess I probably didn't have to remove that all the way. Just put it back on here. Just enough to loosen it out. Loosen it enough just to lift it out. Oh. I guess I better disconnect the brake, huh? So the best way to remove the brake is a lot of times there's a clip, and I was looking for it, just easy, something where you just can unhook it. But this one doesn't have it. It has a little a nut here that's 10 millimeter. So we'll just loosen this. It will release the tension on this wire, which will allow these calipers to open up enough for us to remove the wheel. Just like that. And the wheel lifts right off. And so, see this, there's a little, since there's that little kink in it right there, we'll know exactly where there. And so I can just tighten this up once I put the wheel back on to have them adjusted correctly if I choose to use this set of brake pads when my trike is complete. So we'll deal with that when the time comes. So let's go ahead and start taking this crank. We're gonna remove this crank, and first we need to remove the pedals. So I'm just using a 16 millimeter wrench to loosen them, and let's see which way to turn. Sometimes it's difficult to figure out which way to turn because they might be reverse threaded, and so counterclockwise would actually be tightening them, and clockwise would be loosening them. When I was in like 2nd or 3rd grade, I was riding my bike to school and my pedal fell off, and I could not figure out how to put it back on. And I was sitting there in a ditch crying, and some lady drove up and picked up my bicycle and put it in her trunk and drove me to school. Nowadays, I'm sure that that would be frowned upon, to pick up a strange kid and take it to school. But they didn't have cell phones back then, so. There we go. So I don't think I'll need these, but I might use them for foot pegs. And so there are different types of cranks on different kinds of bicycles. There's 1 and 2 and different 3-piece cranks. This one is called just the 1-piece. It's all these 2 pieces are together along with the sprocket. And so all we're gonna have to do is remove, this is like a thin nut, and then there's a washer and some bearings. I think there's like 4 pieces in here that we will remove, and this is reverse threaded. So I don't have any wrenches here this big, but hopefully this adjustable one will work. And so let me see. Yeah. I guess they don't tighten these too tight when they're putting them together. Who knows? So we got first part, and then there's a washer. And now this part here is, you can just use a, let me see, we are going to go clockwise, that's this way. So we could just use the screwdriver to turn it. So there is that part, and then there's a bearing in here. And then this whole thing should just come right out. Just like that. There's another bearing in the other side. So now we're going to remove the kickstand. I'm using this ratchet wrench. It takes a 5/16 Allen bit, and I'm using this because the size, because of this area here, it's not going to fit in. Nothing else is going to fit in there, and so this would be the perfect tool to use for this. Let me get that. I'm not sure. This probably is just regular threaded, so it would have to go around that way. All right, so let's see. That hole is right in the bottom of here. Hold the bike steady and easy as that. Don't know what I'll use a kickstand for, but who knows? I might need it for something, so I'll hold on to that. And one thing good is that all of this tube steel can be used. So even though I'm cutting it off, it doesn't have to be wasted. And I took a magnet with me to the store when I went looking for the bicycle to make sure that it had a steel frame instead of aluminum. I mean, I have my aluminum TIG welder back home, but the one I have here is just good for steel. So I prefer having a steel frame for this. It adds a little bit of weight, but it's not gonna matter. That we're gonna use a Predator 212 cc motor that should have enough power to pull me and the bike around, me and the trike around. So now let me see, what else do we have? We removed this, we removed the kickstand, the wheel. I think that's it. So I guess I'll go ahead and remove the back wheel just for good measure.
Back wheel is off.
All right, now we remove the chain, and that's about it. The frame is ready to be cut. Thanks for watching my progress so far, and we will keep you updated. And what I'm going to try to do is make these little videos along the way of all the different steps that I'm doing that day on the trike. And there could be other videos in between, depending on if I have to wait for parts and stuff like that. But once the whole video is complete and the trike is built, then I'm going to try to compile those videos into one video that will show from the start to the finish on building, so we can follow along this way and then watch a completed video at the end of the series. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. You all have a good day. Bye bye.